It's like not paying attention to me.
Boom shakalaka!
Oh,
Whoa!
yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. It's really Friday.
Yes,
You
it
made it.
is.
Yeah, yeah. Don't think you didn't make it because you did. If you're watching us right now and
Yep.
it's Friday, it means boom shakalaka,
That's right.
shakalaka,
Shakalaka boom. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Chaveevah, it's been great being gone, and I'm glad to be back. So if you looked at
Okay.
my personal page,
That's
I
right.
feel
You
like
were.
a jet setter.
I guess you do. Out of
traveling
town,
all
going
over.
to concerts and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
We had a blast. We want to welcome you to the best show on the internet, Ms. Rocki and Chaveevah's North End Update Live, because there's always something good happening on the North End.
And everywhere else. You
In
know
the
this.
Cedar Valley and everywhere. Right, right.
Okay.
We're celebrating 5 years of positivity. So thank you guys for hanging out with us every Friday since 2017. We don't get a break.
I know.
Right?
I know. Once in a blue moon. Okay, yep, we've really got a great show for you today, but then again, that's nothing new. We have a great show every Friday.
Right?
Yes, we do. Our guests today are Kirk Sallis.
Hey,
Yes.
hometown Kirk Sallis, and also
yes,
Looyd
Looyd Forney.
That's Trader Horn's nephew.
Trader Horn.
Girl, it's a story you got to
See,
hear one
y'all,
day.
all these all these hometown people. See.
Okay, you talk to the old folks, older than us, more seasoned than us. They'll tell you about Trader Horn.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we got some breaking news, Chaveevah.
Really?
Yes, what is it?
Okay.
It just came in.
Okay, right. Okay. Tonight at the East-West football game, there's
Oh.
going to be military appreciation and veterans recognition.
Awesome.
Yes, the game starts at 5, the varsity at 7:30, and the veterans will be tailgating in the tennis court with veteran recognition just prior to the varsity game. And that includes veterans and current military members can get in for free.
Oh my!
Yep.
See, I might go, but if I go, I'll probably start crying because veterans have a special place in my heart.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, I understand.
they serve and they didn't have to, some of them, and yeah. So hopefully you guys can call Chris Jones at 319-269-23. What's the number?
No, 2937. I hear you though. Sometimes stuff they just flip
2937.
around on the page.
So for the record, it's 319-269-2937. We want to remind you that we are a nonprofit, Chaveevah, and we're always looking for donations and ideas to make our show better. So if you would like to donate to us, please email us at
NorthEndUpdate.org. Yes.
Yes, and also you can check out our website,
Yeah.
NorthEndUpdate.org.
That's right. Yes, that's
and
right.
you can donate there, and you can email us at northendupdate@gmail.com.
There you go.
Okay, we want to shout out to our frequent viewers, people that watch us every Friday, and I hope you're watching now. Are you? It's Velveeta Roberson, May Ambrose, Cheryl Ferries. You out there today? Dooley Barlow.
Rebecca Mohorn, Niall Burt,
Hey, now.
Verdi Allen, and
Yeah.
Josh Payton. Okay,
right.
be sure to like our North End Update page and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check out our website.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, we're going to be going live on YouTube pretty soon.
That'll be great. That'll be
Yes,
fun.
But we need you to subscribe. So look up Rocki and Chaveevah. Boom shakalaka.
Okay, no, that's North End Update.
Oh.
Boom shakalaka.
Thank you. We don't know what we're talking about half the time. No, we do.
All
Okay,
right.
newsflash, you birthday people. Kurt Sallis can sing. Not only can he wrestle, Looyd can wrestle, and Kirk can wrestle, and they could both sing really, really good. Chaveevah.
Okay, we're gonna find out.
We're gonna hear him sing that birthday song like we used to do. Okay, you have a comment? Oh, okay. I thought I saw you raise your hand.
Yep.
Okay, so what about our show is brought to you by a grant from Waterloo Community Foundation, for those of you who didn't know that. And we thank them, and we also have a new sustaining collaborator, Chaveevah.
That's right, Rocki. We have We Arose Co-op, and they're dedicated to elevating urban farming cooperation by building community and increasing access to affordable local health food options. They help to get rid of food deserts.
Yes.
You know, you can get fresh produce, and they have greens to go. They've got a curated box.
That's right. And you can get turnip, mustard, and collard greens. And I don't know what else. Probably
whatever
some
good
corn,
stuff
a
that's in
tomato.
season, yeah.
They'll throw a turnip in there for you.
There
You
you
know,
go.
they really set you up nice. And Daquan was on our show last week, and we just love him. And thank you for your supporting North End Update, Daquan. And we are happy to share the news about We Arose. It's just an awesome, innovative idea.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
Well, we want to talk about the
Soul Town.
Yes,
Ta-da.
Chaveevah, what did you find? We were going to ask Caleb, but we thought we didn't want to make you work that hard, Caleb. So, Chaveevah, what you got in the Soul Town? And then we're going to ask you your opinion, because you did your homework, right? Caleb, we got to show. Caleb is our new intern. He didn't do his homework. What you got, Chaveevah?
Well, what's great to me, like every month or whatever, is Queen Gabby. I like the advice that she gives to people from a woman's perspective. And it's, actually anybody could relate to it. Just helping you not be out there bad, you know?
You just don't want your stuff flapping in the wind, right?
Yeah.
So she gives you advice to keep your stuff together, right?
Right, yes,
Okay.
and she's young and can give things from a young person's point of view. So.
Yes. Well, we love it. If you would like to find out what Queen Gabby and others are talking about in the Soul Town, get yourself a copy at thesoultownmagazine.com. Thank you, Agnes. All right, I think we have some comments, and we're going to introduce our guests and give it some air.
All right. Daniel Silk says, they haven't sung yet, and I'm already honored. 47 doesn't feel that much different than 46.
Oh, okay.
Right. Oh, it's Daniel's birthday.
Okay,
All
that's right.
And that's a great time to introduce. Yeah, you're going to sing tonight. You're going to sing. All right, look, there they are, our wonderful guests.
Mm-hmm.
Your Waterloo's own Kirk Sallis. Congratulations for being on the Rocki and Chaveevah show.
Thank you.
Made it.
Yeah, finally made it.
We discovered you now.
I was trying not to.
Oh, I bet. Well, we're honored to have you
Okay.
here. Everybody knows you, as being a world-renowned wrestler. I know you've been honored several times. You're probably at the Gable Museum, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're just honored to have you here to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
So, and Looyd Forney, yes, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And so, Looyd, we know you have a lot to do with the charter schools, and we're going to get to that and find out what exactly, what input you had.
Sure.
Yeah. But first, sometimes we like on our show, since the tumultuous summer of 2020, we've had this segment called Give It Air. And you can chime in, or you can just listen, or feel free to fill in if you'd like to. But today we're talking about Iowa was ahead of times in some ways, but not really.
That's right. You can look back at certain historical things, like, for example, in 1901, Fort Des Moines was established, and they used it to train all black 25th Infantry and black officers during World War I. However, the backside of that is the same people who were trained and officers who were trained to serve in the military, when they came back, what happened to them, Rocki?
Well, a lot of times, we talk about the greatest generation. We all know those men were great, and not to discredit any of that, but we also know the other side of that history is that African Americans weren't always treated like the greatest generation. They weren't held up high and honored when they came home. In fact, some soldiers, and especially in 1901, people were still getting lynched in the South, and so it was a great gesture for Iowa and the country to start training soldiers that wanted to serve, wanted to wear the uniform. But the truth is, many of them came back and were beaten lynched
In uniform.
in their uniforms.
Yes.
So,
Treated even worse.
and yes,
Yeah.
treated much worse. There were no jobs when you came out. You get trained in the military, so-called, but when you came home, then what?
Nothing to do
Nothing.
with that training that you
Right.
received.
So kudos to Iowa for being first, to being there in 1901. But we just want to give that a little air because, sometimes airing things out is the best disinfectant.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, it is.
Yes. All right. So we had to give that some air. Now, we're going to start with Looyd because I want to find out, why did Trader Horn cut my daddy?
I wasn't born yet.
Okay. That's another story for another day. He wasn't expecting that, and I love throwing people off a little bit. But Looyd, talk about Chaveevah. You had read some of the charter school information,
Right. No, I was really, we're going to get to that, of course, but I was also curious at one point, we had made an announcement about a program that you were dealing with for building computers.
Or
you
also, too, he was at Jesse Cosby Center and Bakari,
Yep, yep.
helping seniors.
Yep,
Talk
I
about
give some credit to David Goodson who helped me get this thing going, and we want to congratulate Pastor Sainsbury for moving on as a bishop.
Yes, what an
And
honor.
I have to give thanks to the Honorable Farrakhan for inspiring me to get into technology. So
Nice.
from there, but
So you
What-
are teaching seniors, and can you tell our
Yep.
viewers how they can get in on that if they were interested to learn more about technology?
Yep. At Bakari on Saturdays from 9 to 11, and you can come up anytime you want. We're teaching seniors, 55 and up, Windows 10, how to connect your laptop to cell phones, how to hook up printers, how to create user accounts, understand an email. So the intricate parts of Windows, we want to get that message across to them, and that's what we do on Saturdays.
What are some of your common comments from seniors? I can't do this. You know how people want to just back out. How do you encourage them to move forward and take the first step?
Probably the first thing we do is go down and get a computer and tear it apart and
Oh,
have
my
them touch it.
goodness.
I have them pull the memory out, put the memory back in, and by then
By then,
that second class, they loosened up.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
I didn't
so
do that.
intimidating.
Oh, I know you can. Yes.
So,
So
but
the
it's
charter-
seniors in technology, and the first part of that class is learning Windows, and then when we got a clear understanding of Windows, we'll move on to building computers.
Oh my! And why would somebody want to learn how to build a computer?
Once they finish with
Just
Windows, they
go
don't
to
know where
Kirk
they
and
want to
get
go
the
after
parts,
that.
huh?
Once they finish Windows, they have ideas to go different places. So.
Oh, sure.
And they've already opened up a computer, so they get a little curious about how to really put this thing together.
Wow.
And at the end of that, they'll have what we'll call a final exam. Give them all the parts, you put the computer together, you get Windows installed, you hook it to the internet, get it updated, and then you win. You'll end up with a free laptop,
Wow.
brand new in the box.
Do you remember your first experience with a computer?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, didn't it feel, I mean, you're scared to touch any wrong key
Oh,
because you
yeah.
don't know how to get back to your starting point.
Like I am now.
That sort
Are
of.
you're not
Yeah.
really under computers?
No, I'm in one of his classes.
Oh, you
Okay.
are? Good for you. You tearing one part?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
That's the part I probably do good in.
I know.
Okay.
You'll excel there,
Yeah.
being the mechanic that you are. Yeah.
So it sounds great. So
Yeah. And Lord, before we finish talking to you, we want to ask you about this charter school. A lot of people don't know that you were in on the ground level with charter schools even starting in another state, I think.
The charter schools got their start in Minnesota, in St. Paul, in 1992, City Academy. And to make a long story short, what they would do is when a parent want to take their child out of the public schools and enter into the charter school, the charter school had to get the records from the Minneapolis public schools.
Oh, sure.
Since I was in the MIS department and working in computers, after several attempts, the woman, I don't remember her name, but the owner of the first charter school would come down to the MIS department and talk to Mr. Jerry DeLuigi, the MIS director. And she would ask him, can we get these records on this big floppy disk?
Oh, back then it was
So he'd bring it to me. I go to the mainframe, Unisys mainframe, get them copied. And eventually, Mr. DeLoogy came to me and said, just fix the problem.
Okay.
So I built them a network.
Oh, my.
Ordered an ISDN line so that they can have access back to the Unisys mainframes, which was housed at 807 Northeast Broadway, the Department of Education. Took about 6 or 7 computers out there and built a Novell network at that time. And once they were able to communicate, get to the student database without having to go through Minneapolis Public Schools Welcome Center, the rest is history.
That made all the difference.
So now, what's the age range of these students?
Some charters go K through 5, K through 6, K through 8. So
Now, will Kirk be able to do that when your class is over?
I've been trying to get him interested in
Those are
computers for
goals.
years.
Everybody been trying to get me on the computer, but
Yeah.
No.
I know how he is. So once he apply it, he's gonna get it.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
He just
yeah.
didn't care nothing about him.
Right, and that's with anybody. And if you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you can't. So
yeah, I kind of got the feeling I'm getting left behind. So
Oh, yeah, now it's time to jump in.
gotta do it.
Right.
gotta
I
do
think
it.
a lot of people are feeling the same way. You know, because some people did. I worked in a factory for 30 years, and I wasn't real computer literate. And I remember when the internet first came out,
Yeah.
Chaveevah was all like, "Oh, girl, when you get that internet, you're not gonna want to do nothing but be on the computer." And that it was quite an amazing, even launching AOL back then. With
Oh,
the
for
phone
sure,
lines
yeah.
and- yeah. I definitely thought it was something more than it was. Because my daughter was like, "We're almost there," and they log in and ring, ring, ring.
Oh,
You
they
know
do.
how it used to
They
be?
can do
It's
everything.
like, okay, I'm thinking we're gonna land on the moon or something, and then just
I
like,
get
okay.
that computer in front of me. Sometimes I get the mood, and I just sit there and just stare at it.
Right, yeah, and you could.
Where do I
do-
go from here?
Right,
And see, once I got him in the class, I gave him a computer to take home, so he couldn't
oh, see, and then
say, I ain't letting him get off the hooks.
right, and when you're home and
Got to pick it up though,
yeah, right, that's the
Gotta figure it
last
out.
thing on your mind, I suppose.
pretty much.
Yeah. So.
I'll get on it tonight though.
Oh, will you? Okay. Yeah. Famous last words. You ain't gonna be thinking about that
Be
computer.
ready for class tomorrow.
Oh, you got homework. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we were talking about your wrestling career. What else? What did you do? Did you go to college? I remember you were after high school.
I went to UNI.
Did you for a little while? And then I think your main love was that automobile. I mean, is that what you started enjoying in life? I know
Well,
you're a great mechanic.
I see where I can
Everybody's-
make money at it, so I do it.
Okay.
But I don't love it like that. I like working on them, but
Yeah, you do. Oh, yeah. I suppose there was a time when you really probably liked.
there was a time when I didn't do it at all.
Oh.
But my dad, the first car he gave me, I had to fix.
Oh.
Everybody else, he gave them a car. Theirs was running.
Okay.
So I wouldn't work on no car, so he said, I'm going to make him work on this car. So he gave me one, and it wasn't working. So I sat there and just sat out in the car for about a month. Then I said, I'm gonna fix this car. So the first thing I did on the car was timing belt.
Oh. And after that, you
Been
were
working on them ever since.
been working on it.
It gave you a whole different skill set than what you had before.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
much.
great. That's great. Yeah, and like Trader Horn, we go back to Eddie B's. You
Eddie
know,
B.
everybody knows. I know your dad is Eddie B.
Yeah.
Yes, and we have a story about that. My daddy, you know how he loved to fish, right? And
Yeah.
he went to Eddie B's. He caught him one big fish. I think it was even just a big crappie, actually.
Okay.
And he took my son to Eddie B's, and it was hot. Just he wanted to sell the fish.
Sell
That's
fish.
how Travis called me on the phone, "Mom, come get me," you know.
What happened?
He didn't, I don't know, he stayed out in the car so long, Daddy left him in there, probably went in there and started visiting and, got busy, so.
Had him one.
Yeah. But it's just legend, Waterloo, North End, Waterloo, you know, all these names. I'm so glad that you guys could join us today.
Yeah.
Me and you go way back.
Yes, we do.
And you reminded me once I sat next to you on the bus, right? Yeah. Tell them about the suntan lotion, Kirk.
She mentioned that today.
Yeah,
about
well, we-
some suntan lotion.
We got on the bus and me and Jocelyn, we used to sit back in the middle row because we, growed up together with good friends. But today, Jocelyn got on the bus and she sat in the front seat and put her head down. So I said, "What's wrong with Jocelyn?" So I sat on the bus in the front seat and I just looked at her. So then when we got to school, Jocelyn hurried up, got off the bus and sat at the front table. So I said, "I'm gonna go sit at the front table too."
Okay.
So I'm looking at her. She put her head down on the table. Then she looked up at me. She said, "Kirk, do it look that bad?" I say, "Jocelyn, you orange." She said, "It was the copper Boy,
I thought that is so funny when you know somebody from high school and you
Yeah.
see him after 50 years and
Yeah.
he remembers that. That's all you can remember, how orange I was from that copper tone
It's
suntan
orange.
lotion.
I
Okay.
think you was orange for about a week.
I was. My palms were just like copper, like
Yeah.
copper tone for putting that on. But back then, you hear white people say pasty white. Well, people my color. My daddy I used to wake up and daddy say, "Are you okay?" Because I'm just so pale. So I call it pasty yellow. But yeah, thanks. I thought that would be fun to share
Yeah.
that and just to show. And you used to live on Chestnut Street.
Yes, I
and-
did,
and
right
it's-
across the street from you.
That's right. That's right. And just such a wonderful family. Watching your family grow.
I
And
think we actually started school together.
okay. And
Yeah.
did you have Miss
Longfellow.
Curtis?
I think I had Miss Bear.
That was in 5th grade. I'm talking about kindergarten. Oh, look, you really
No, I
figured
think,
out.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I did have Miss Curtis.
Miss Curtis, yeah.
Lloyd, is
yeah.
this your
I think I did
hometown?
have Miss Curtis.
No.
Okay,
My dad's
see-
hometown.
Okay, I'm saying, because I hear people talk about these way back stories like they've been in school since kindergarten, and I think that's awesome and
It
amazing. I'm from
is.
Chicago, so that's like a whole different, you don't know people that long over your lifetime,
Right.
from kindergarten to now.
Right, right. And we could sit here and reminisce all day.
All the time.
But one day, I think it would be great if you invited some Chicago people to come and talk all that
My
stuff,
birthplace.
right? Is that your
Is it?
birthplace?
Yeah.
I thought you were raised in, you went to Central, didn't
No,
you?
I went to East,
went
but
to East.
we moved here in '69.
Okay.
But my dad was born here.
And did your mother work at Viking Pump?
Yes, she did.
That's
yeah.
your mom. Okay, so I knew her.
She worked at Rath and Chamberlain.
Beautiful.
And she was born in Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh my, such a nice lady. I remember actually riding down the new road when they first made it on the way to work. Yeah, so wow, amazing. And Miss Benita, it's always great to have Waterloo people, but I hate to leave you out. I want to
No,
thank
I'm
you.
just-
I want to thank Chaveevah for making Waterloo her home. She chose this
Where's
place.
she from?
Man,
She's
I've been
from
here
Chicago.
forever.
Chicago.
Now, people say, you got a quick claim in Chicago. You've been here too long, so.
Right, right. So we hope you guys have enjoyed a trip down memory lane and some great information. And we want to get on to sing because Kurt's just chomping at the bit to sing Happy
Oh,
Birthday,
Lord,
the Stevie
no.
Wonder version to our birthday people, Chaveevah.
Okay, yes, we've got great birthday people, as we have like every single Friday.
Yes.
Best friends, best birthday people. We've got Nicole Brown Burt, happy birthday.
Oh, yes.
Juliet Thurman Dunn.
Woo!
Daniel Zilk.
Yes.
Daniel knew he was going to kick in and say
Dano!
something. Yeah.
Hey, Dano, I hope you waited because Kurt, you know how to sing good, right?
No,
Okay.
I'm not any good anymore.
Okay, James Fuji Smith, Judea Hill, and Dr. Gloria Kirkland Holmes, Jean Vox and Joyce Barbetti, Solomon Funches, our little Solomon.
Yep, and we
Right.
also got Kathy Mahoney, Rosemary Wilder, and your nephew, Don D. Hickey.
Yeah, Donnie
Happy
got
birthday,
2
folks.
boys named
Donnie.
Donnie. So, one older.
And his name is Donnie.
That's right. Well, we added those names. Happy birthday. Get ready for our upcoming. Okay. So now it's time for the time. Are you tenor or alto?
I can't sing, so I don't know.
You know Stevie Wonder.
Yep.
Okay. How about you?
The Stevie Wonder version.
I can't sing either.
If you can't sing good, you just sing real loud.
There you
okay?
go. That's right.
All
You're in
right.
good company.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you would agree
It couldn't fit more perfectly.
than to have a world party.
Hey, you came to be
Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, happy birthday to
A
ya.
little louder, Kirk.
Happy birthday to
All
ya.
right, hold this last
Happy
note.
birthday. All right.
All right.
We did it. We did it, y'all.
Make me sing.
What a great sport they were.
So I just want to say that the academy is at Bakari 515 Beach.
Yes.
And I got a wonderful assistant that helps me in Minister Sandra. So if y'all ever see her, she'll tell you more about the program too.
Sandra Mitchell?
Minister Sandra Mitchell, yeah.
Yes, Minister Sandra.
All right. Do you
What
have a
great-
number that people could call if they want to find out more information?
Yes.
619-622-2625.
All right. And what about if people want their car fixed?
319-493-2209.
That's right. Good, good. Give Kurt some business. He's a great mechanic. So we wanted to, as seasoned women, Chaveevah, we've learned a few things.
Yes, absolutely. I've learned that no matter how serious life requires you to be, everybody needs a friend that they can act goofy with. I think that would be you, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And I have learned everyone wants to live on top of the mountain, but all the happiness and growth happens while you're climbing it. Nice, nice. So
right.
we want to encourage you to watch our show next week when we have a great show. And I don't remember who the guests are.
Okay. So we just keep you in suspense, but you got to
Yes,
watch, okay?
Yes, we got some great shows coming up next month as well.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for being
Thank
here.
you for having us.
Yeah, and
Thank
I know
you.
you said you didn't want to come, but are you glad you did?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you glad it's over?
Yeah, I'm glad it's over.
That too. All right.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Good, good. And we want to encourage our viewers to keep doing more of what makes them awesome.
That's right. Like Kirk
Yes.
and like Looyd.
Yes.
Because it makes us all look good.
See you next week.